Welcome to Spaces Organized and Styled, the podcast. My name is Caitlin Atkins, and I am an organization expert and life coach. I am the professional organizer to help you get those goals achieved and work through any life challenges that come up along the way. If you're wanting to declutter your home, your office, your schedule, or your life, then you have found the right place for you. In this podcast, I will share with you the tips, the tricks, and the processes to help you get organized, stay organized, and share some life wisdom along the way. Now let's get started. Hey everyone, I am here answering this one question that kind of makes me giggle a little bit. And that is, what is a professional organizer called? Well, I will tell you what we are called. A professional organizer can be called many different things. They can also call themselves many different things. And a few of the most common things that I see professional organizers identify as or call themselves is these things: an organizer, an assistant, a residential organizer, a business organizer, a business coach, a life transition manager, a life manager, and a packer. So these are all the things that as you're Googling, as you're trying to find a professional organizer that you don't know what they're called or you don't know what to call them, these are all different things that a professional organizer could call themselves. Now keep in mind that a packer is not going to do the same thing that an assistant is going to do. I guess they could, but keep in mind that as you're trying to find your professional organizer, that there are different qualities and skills that you should be looking out for. The best place, I always say this, the best place to go and find a professional organizer is going to be on NAPO, the National Association for Productivity and Organizing Professionals, NAP as in Paul, .org, I believe, or .com. Just Google it. You'll find it. That is going to be the best place for you to find your professional organizer, either in your area or a virtual organizer. It could be worldwide. That's going to be your best place to try to find your person to help you get organized in all those different areas: business, life, home. That's going to be where you can find for sure your professional organizer. It gets a little tricky when you want to find a professional organizer who does things that are outside of their scope. You can definitely find people who have the ability to do multiple different things and to cover those different areas, such as packing and moving. This is where I get into what are professional organizers wrongly sometimes called and what to look out for as you're going through your search to find a professional organizer. So what a professional organizer is not called is a couple of different things. A mover, because a mover is going to come with other liabilities and insurance needs that a professional organizer should not or would not carry. Now they absolutely could, but what you find the difference between a mover, a packer, and an organizer is when you really get into the insurance world, a professional organizer can pack things, but then it does not get insured if you were to hire a moving company. A moving company, and this is where I kind of see some differences as well, is that a moving company is going to have their own movers who are going to be insured by the moving company to pack the items and move them. So if anything was to get damaged in between moving, those items would be insured by the moving company. Now, the interesting thing is that, depending upon the company and maybe also the state, is that the homeowner, if they were to pack items, those items would not be insured as well. So the homeowner actually has to know that their items that they pack themselves won't be insured and won't be covered by the movers, because the movers are going to want to make sure that they're doing the moving and the packing themselves. Now, some professional organizers have been trained to pack things and to pack items, and so that they are actually qualified to do those. So make sure that when you're looking for an organizer to help you and assist you with moving or unpacking or packing, that they have the skills and that they are knowledgeable to do that. Most organizers, and definitely all organizers, should also be insured. That should be a part of their contract, and that should say in there that they are insured, that if anything were to happen to your items, whether you're at a home or a business, that they are insured and those items would be covered. That should be in the contract. So make sure as you're checking that you're getting that information as well. An organizer is not called a cleaner. And what is so interesting is that if you are in the organizing world, or if you have a cleaner, they may suggest hiring an organizer. Or if you have an organizer, they may suggest hiring a cleaner. We work hand in hand, like most affiliate partnerships that a professional organizer will have. We have contacts for those types of services that you may need. So a difference between an organizer and a cleaner is a cleaner is going to come in and clean the surfaces of things. It's going to be the floors, it's going to be the surfaces of tabletops, of end tables, those types of things. They're going to come in and do the cleaning. Now, they may have some other additional add-on services as well. They may go around the baseboards, or they're going to do the dishes or the laundry, whatever have you. But a professional organizer is not going to do those things. So they're not going to clean, they're not going to do the laundry, they're not going to do the dishes or any of those types of things. They're not going to go around and clean the floors. You may find a hybrid professional organizer who's going to do both of those. They're going to organize and clean, but for the most part, they're two separate industries. So the difference there is that a professional organizer is going to work with cleaners to help get a space cleaned, but they are actually going to be the ones organizing. So for example, I have seen many cleaners, they will not pick up anything. If you have something that's left on the counter of a kitchen, a cleaner is not going to pick that up. They're going to clean around those surfaces. So it's really important that if you have a cleaner coming in, you're maximizing your full potential. It's also easier for them as well if everything is kind of picked up. Well, it gets picked up, but where does it go? That's where the organizer comes into place. If you have so much quantity of things that it's now spilling out onto your countertop, your cleaner is going to say, I recommend that you get a professional organizer in here, and we're going to really help get organized in the pantry or your cabinets, those types of spaces. Also maybe being creative and coming up with another shelving solution. So a cleaner is not going to provide those services. They're not going to be putting away things. They're not going to be organizing your pantry. They won't be organizing your cabinets to get the full maximum use out of them. They're just going to go in there and kind of clean up any of the services and anything that is visible for them. So that's what a professional organizer is called. That's what we're not called as well. We're not called some of those things. They're very interchangeable, so it's easy to get confused and not really know what a professional organizer is called. Keep in mind, though, that some organizers aren't going to be a life coach. They're not going to be a transition manager. They're not going to be a life manager. They won't add on those services. So really try to find the right professional organizer for you and what skills and industry that you need, what kind of expertise that's really going to help you maximize your time and money with a professional organizer if you know what skills they're going to bring to the table and what voids they're going to be able to fill in your life. Okay, I hope that answered the question. What is a professional organizer called? Those are the titles. Those are the different things to keep an eye out for. I will see you guys all next time for another question. All right, bye. Hey, did you love that